Hey guys, it's Joe Walker here. What the flipping hell is going on? In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to backside 180 ollie. Little disclosure, compared to my frontside 180 ollies, I completely suck at this trick. It's something I've been wrestling with for a very long time, but I feel that they are at the point where I'm comfortable sharing what I know with others. So before you get into learning the backside 180 ollie, there are 3 tricks that you're going to want to have in the bag. Number 1, the ollie. Number 2, the backside 180 pivot. And number 3, the backside revert. All 3 of these tricks combined form the building blocks to allow you to feel comfortable when learning how to backside 180 ollie. So as always, let's talk about foot positioning first. I'm regular, so my left foot is my front foot. If you are goofy, reverse everything. Starting with the back foot, I have it pretty much exactly where I have it for my ollies. Just there, nicely in the middle of the tail. For my front foot, I'm having it just about here, resting below those front bolts. And you might notice that there's a slight gap between my toes and the edge of the board. And this is because I'm finding that when I go to do the trick, as I'm rotating through the air, my foot has a tendency to move in that direction. And when I was having my foot like here, as I would do for an ollie, what I was finding is my foot was landing about here and throwing my balance off. And I have a tendency to lean forward anyway, so this was really not helping. So I'm just leaving a slight gap between the toes and the edge of the board, and this has helped tremendously. So the foot positioning for the backside 180 ollie that I'm using looks like this. Looks like this if you're goofy. As is the case with the frontside 180 ollie, the shoulders play a huge part in this trick. You're gonna wanna have your shoulders have turned a complete 90 before you even pop the trick. Not like I have just done there like a robot, like initiate the pop. Don't do that. You're basically gonna wanna have your shoulders sort of like this, looking kind of down towards you, because what that's going to do is it's going to leave your head in the position that you'll need to be to have the board under you as everything's turning, and this will really easily allow you to spot your landing, which is crucial with this trick because you're going in blind. So check out this footage here of me doing a backside 180 ollie. You'll notice that my shoulders are turned a full 90 degrees and I haven't even popped the trick. This is crucial. This is why you need to learn how to backside 180 pivot and backside revert, because both of these tricks force you to have to do that shoulder work to get the trick to do what you need it to do. I said do about 1,000 times in that last sentence. So shoulders are absolutely crucial with this trick. So really drill those practice tricks into your muscle memory and they'll really help you land this trick. Also, having a keen awareness of where the board is as it rotates under you is seriously important. It's not enough to just turn the shoulders, pop the ollie and hope for the best. You really have to turn the shoulders, pop the ollie, and then your feet, both feet at the same time, have to follow the board round as it goes through the air to land on it. Because doing so, your feet will lead the way, they'll land on the board and your momentum will be pushed back. This will throw you into balance. You've kind of off balance for this whole trick right up until that last point, and then you can just roll away smooth. So turn those shoulders, pop a normal ollie, your shoulders will do the rotation for you, and then have a good awareness. Just literally be almost looking at your board when you're first doing this trick to know exactly where your feet are going to land in relation to the skateboard. So there are 3 hurdles I've come across trying to learn this trick. The first one is that I'm landing too far on the nose, or rather what would be the tail, once I've actually completed the backside 180. and then falling off sort of forwards. And there is an easy fix for this, or rather two easy fixes that I've found. If you have real confidence in your standard ollies and you pop a real nice ollie, just put some nice confidence in the ollie part of the trick, what you find is that your feet stay shoulder width apart when you're landing. That's the first thing that's helped me. The second thing, I have a tendency to sort of, when I bend down forwards, like over the edge of the board. Don't do that. Bend your knees, yes, but keep your body, your upper body, straight and parallel with the board, or as parallel as it can be. Obviously you are going to be rotating your shoulders, but you don't want to be rotating your shoulders and hunching over. You want to be bending everything down, not forwards and down. So down, not forwards and down. I really hope that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. I'm not really sure of any other way to describe that. Basically, you want to be sort of like inspecting your grip tape, not inspecting the floor in front of your grip tape. I hope that makes sense. That's the only way I can describe that. The second thing is that when I was popping nice ollies and my feet were spreading apart, I was landing with my toes over the front of the board and then falling that way. And I'll take you back to the foot positioning we discussed. This, having my feet where there's a gap between my feet and the edge of the board, this really helped correct that. I found that when I was rotating through the air, my feet were moving forward onto and off the board, so it just made sense to bring my feet before I start the trick sort of more towards me and everything this way, and everything's just landing on top of the board, which is perfect. So if you're finding that your feet are landing just your heels on the board, just bring your foot positioning so you have a gap between your toes and the edge of the board, and hopefully that'll correct that one. And then the third and final one, when you're finally committing to the backside 180, what you might find a lot is that you're off balance and the board flies out from under you, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it is a bad thing, but you are fully committing to the trick, and that is the biggest hurdle people come across when learning anything on a skateboard, is the commitment issues. So if you're at that point, you're fully committing, so thumbs up for that. But if you're finding that the board is slipping out, I take you back to sort of tip number one, because it's the same thing. Your upper body needs to be going down, not hunching forward, because you want to, by going down and just your knees bending, you're keeping your center of balance. You are not throwing your center of balance that way. Very important. You're keeping your upper body straight, and this will really help keep your balance when you land your feet on the board. If you don't keep your upper body straight and you're either leaning backwards or forwards, when you land your feet on the board, your body weight is obviously going to be backwards or forwards, and you're going to slip out that way or that way. And doing this where you just keep your upper body straight and bend your knees down like you're inspecting the grip tape, as I said, you'll find that this helps you to not slip out. Ultimately, when you start to get faster and cleaner, you can then roll away nice and smooth. So I really hope this video helps you guys learn how to backside 180 ollie. I know my backside 180 ollies are not the cleanest, but I feel like there's a lot of value in beginner sharing tips with beginners, sharing with you guys what's working for me. So hopefully you guys can get a backside 180 ollie. I watch a lot of tutorial videos of people who've been doing sort of like backside 180 ollies for 10, 20 years. And unfortunately for me, it's not quite as simple as just turn your shoulders, pop an ollie, land on the bolts and roll away smooth. There are like minute details that I needed to know from the hundreds of tutorial videos that I've watched that have now led me to be able to share my hints and tips comfortably with you guys. And I wouldn't have got those just from watching one tutorial video. So I would always encourage you guys to just go out there and watch literally every tutorial video you can find, because with one trick, multiple people come at it from different angles, and it might be one tip from one particular video that helps you land the trick. So go out there, watch all the tutorial videos. There'll be one that helps you and works for you, and just really stick at it, commit to it, and go for it, and hopefully you land a backside 180 ollie. As always guys, I want to say a huge thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.